We are joined by advisor to the government, Keshava Rao Garu. Sir, what exactly is the government stand on BC reservation, and as through your experience, what would you suggest the government on BC reservation? There is a confusion about whether it will be done. Can the government be successful in 42% reservation to the BCs or not? What do you have to say on this?
I think your mind itself is confused. So you see a lot of confusion in what is happening. This is a slogan which is older than 100 years. Venkateswamy report came in Karnataka when they asked for the reservation, whatever it is. Let us talk about Hyderabad. 60 years back, a rally was taken out under Kondalakshmi Bapuji's leadership. I was there, Iron Lingaya was there, and Amdayal Sriramulu was there. So a lot of people, Ram Luna Gaud from Karimnagar. So we have taken out. So when Channa Brahmandadi came, we had 10% reservation. This is legal, Jivu. By that time, there was no sanction or no dicta by the Supreme Court which said 50% should not be thing. Then we continued that agitation. During Chennai time, it became 15%. Then again, he made 25%. So when you want something, it is done. What exactly the government is supposed to do is, if you are talking about law or any enactment, it is only to give some kind of a rule, some kind of procedure to implement it. That is what is legality. If you are doing something, if you are walking on the road, is there any law? Law says, regulation says go by left, so that there is no accident. That's all. So today is not even first time. Earlier also we had census, now we have now census. As a matter of fact, first census was not 31, 1881. Nizam did the census. You can find in the gazettes. So now this BC reservation, why it has got that importance is, here is the chief minister who, unlike others, they also took it up and all of the things. But he has somehow, particular like you, was insistent that he should have also a legal backing, some kind of a constitutional backing or some legal sanction. So this is what he did. He first, the court said he wanted to go to elections. The election can be, the High Court dictated that it should be done within 3 months. So he was in a hurry. So this High Court also earlier said you should have an independent commission. We should look into the statistics survey. So he said, although there were surveys earlier, although there are census earlier, but at the same time, he has, because of the High Court, he had appointed a committee to study the BCs. Then he appointed an independent one-man commission, dedicated commission that was called. So its job should be only to see about the BCs and the statistics of the caste. So it was something like a caste census. He has done, and we had come to know that the BCs put together, because BCs are 132 castes. If you go to caste and the BCs. So I don't believe in caste. I believe in the class. So the BCs, all of them put together are a majority, nearly 56 they said, so they are a majority. So how do we give? So he wanted a law. See, law has some kind of limitations, because there is a Supreme Court dicta saying that it should be, any reservation should not exceed 50% of the total reservations of the population. So we were in two minds, all the governments hitherto. With the minds, but we thought, since the High Court said a dedicated commission can solve the problem, we did it. And now we are trying to put it. Now if we have passed legislation, we have discussed it in the assembly, all this is done. After passing the legislation, we have sent it to the governor. Governor naturally is in two minds, because it is contradicting or violating the dicta, which really doesn't stand. We can't compare it to Tamil Nadu, please. Tamil Nadu is before the Supreme Court 50% sanction. Earlier only it came, so we did. So then we had this. It has gone to the President. President also sitting side on that. He has not given it sanction. But we went to Delhi. saying in a democracy, after all, we want to tell the majority, all the people concerned. People concerned is it. Now, our stand is that since all that we are asking is the amendment to the Panchayat Raj Act. It is not about reservation 3032. Under Panchayat Raj earlier, a registration was passed by the previous government of TRS saying that reservation should not be more than 50%. That came in the Panchayat Raj Act. Thus, the reservations were reduced by the earlier government. We'll not get into that controversy. But anyhow, we wanted to come out of it. So we asked for the amendment to that. We thought if the assembly is not there, we will have an ordinance. That also we put it before this thing. So the question is, everything is at standstill. Now, your doubt or your confusion is what next? If the government is really thinking, they are thinking of two things. One is election, Panchayat Raj election, local body elections, where you need to give 46%, 42% to the BCs. And number two is employment and education and blah, blah, blah. That perhaps requires, because the institutions may not hear you. The Public Service Commission had to have a GO if they had to. So that we have to look into that deeply. But as far as the election is concerned, the overall democracy is concerned, it is there. Third thing is, in the name of these reservations, we are, my fear is, we are dividing the society. Otherwise, BCs as such, as a one unit, that they are majority is acceptable. And everybody will be happy about that kind of a stand. But now suppose if you are trying to say, you have brought the caste reservations, which says, Budbukalodu, or street singer, or the man who comes early in the morning, the fakir, the Pusalodu, there are many regions. They are not more than handful people. What kind of percentage you will give them? We are only 6 big castes which have some kind of percentage to boast of, not the others. I only want, my request to the Chief Minister, all concerned, the party, not only this party, all the parties, that in the name of this caste census, do not put them to disadvantage. Those people who don't have the percentage at all. Like Pusala, I referred that to in Delhi yesterday. The Pusala man is there. He's at least 70 or 80 families. No, but they also want some place. No? So if you go by the caste census, you will be totally lost. So BCs as such should be considered as one unit. Who is it? It is Pusala or Budbokalodu or Jangabodu or Budu Jangabodu, whatever it is. Fakir. So all these people should be put together and treated as BCs.
So irrespective of the religion, you're saying they have to come together as a one
separate thing. It is Hindu, there is a caste system. Now, as far as the religion is concerned, our constitution does not allow religion to be treated separately. But here in Telangana, we have not gone on religion. It is wrong for the BJP to say that, or Kishan Reddy to say that, or Bandi Sanjay to say that. Because it is educationally, economically, socially backward people. That is called backward classes. So Article 16 and asked for, when we gave reservation, we asked this kind of a thing. So earlier, whether Gujarat or Maharashtra or any state you take, there people who are socially and economically, educationally backward, whichever, irrespective of the religion they belong to, they are a class by themselves, unto themselves. So they are brought under the basis. So here, if Muslim, Kasab, then we have Buduvakalodu, all these things are, they happen to be mostly Muslims, this kind of professions they are doing. So they are brought in, they are in the BC list from the beginning, from the times immemorial. We have treated them as BCs, whether you give reservations or not. So today, to say Muslims are being given, this is wrong. Ramchandra Rao to say that this is the Kishan Reddy to say this is a Muslim reservation bill, not a regular reservation bill, is nonsense, to say the least. It is a reservation bill for socially, economically, educationally backward people who are treated as backward as far as the constitution is concerned. So we will go. Because there have been few judgments which did not permit the religion to interpret. There are few people belonging to religion. Religion, why should it be only Muslim? There are Christians also. Christian Mochi is there. A lot of people are there. Then you have Lingais, you have Buddhists. They are different religion. If they are poor, we are including them also. It is only about Muslims you are trying to show that this man is a Muslim.
Well, apart from the reservation, when it comes to the BCs, if the Congress is very keen enough on BCs, providing welfare to the BCs, then the whole Kamarati declaration must be implemented, not only reservation. 20,000 crores per year for their welfare and other promises that they have made. When will those get implemented, which are in hand, rather than this that has gone to the President of India for a consent?
Now look here, we are both discussing today about the BC reservations and the BC reservation bill, and now it got stalled. So this is what exactly we should do. As far as other things are concerned, they are developmental. That is the responsibility of any government. I might say in a declaration that I will give 200 crores. Other declaration might say 2,000 crores. So they are developmental issues. Nothing comes in their way if the government wants to give more money to them. But this is because, though it should not come, though it is tagged to one is Supreme Court order. Number two, you want to legalize a particular thing and take the route, legal route, this kind of things are coming in.
Yes, sir. So you believe that this particular reservation is stalled? Now, well, the Congress party is telling to the BCs that here it is stalled, and like the Chief Minister has said, that when Rahul Gandhi becomes a Prime Minister, this thing will resume or will be.
I don't believe. See, look, at this age, at this stage, I don't believe in the names and also the parties. This is a social movement, a revolutionary movement, people's movement. We the poor people, Ram Manohar Loya has said, every BC is poor, but all poor need not be BCs. So we have taken that as the criteria first. So that is why the socially, educationally and culturally backward people have come in. So let us take this. And in this, the mistake perhaps the party is also the party leadership doing today is that they are unaware of the splits, the kind of division they are bringing within the society, that they should be aware of and they should avoid as far as possible, and see that BCs are treated as one unit of for 42% or treating them as 56% people. In a democracy, the majority which rules. You see, the BCs do have the desire to get into power. Rajyadhikaram, they say. They want to get into power. You are talking of democracy. You want democracy to live in. You swear by democracy morning and morning to night. If that is so, you have yourself declared their majority. Then give them the power. So power you keep and you want to talk about all this. So there are many things, if said buts. But question is, this is a social movement. This is a democratic movement. Anyhow, not first time, even Dravidian movement was there, Karnataka movement was there. You understand? Here is one chief minister who had come and standing by us in the agitation, in the movement. Earlier we have done census. Now here is one who is showing his grit, showing his battle, showing his commitment. And he has not only, as I told you, though not be big because 70 years is going on, he has not only appointed independent commission, appointed census commission, did the caste, he went to the assembly, got it passed, sent it to the governor. When there was some problem, he was prepared to come out with a ordinance. Then the bill was sent to the President of India. And then we had come down saying it is not the general law, it is just an amendment to Panchayat Raj Act, which is by power. It is a state subject. Panchayat Raj is a state subject. So the state government has a right to do anything with regard to its Panchayat Raj.
So now the Congress government here is going with a 42% reservation for the local body polls, and employment and education is what you're saying in the state.
Yeah. It's taking the sense, as you said, what did you say?
In the state, it is going.
It is a state subject. Panchayat Raj is a state subject. Employment is a state subject. So naturally, we have gone with an amendment. Even if the amendment is not there, we wanted to go through the ordinance way also. Go and get it. This shows the determination, the will of the Chief Minister, and also the people, and also the party. So let us see how we achieve this.
Thank you so much for speaking with us. So this was Keshava Rao Garu, advisor to the Telangana government. Camera person Damodar Abdul Bashir, Hyderabad.